A school of excellence, the Maison d'Éducation of the Legion of Honor of Saint-Denis welcomes in a historic setting 500 high school and post-secondary students, descendants of those decorated with national honors. Founded by Napoleon and overseen by the Grand Chancellor, the Maison d'Éducation are public boarding schools. Students live in the former Royal Abbey of Saint-Denis and study in the school just below the building. It was built in the 1980s to provide the boarding school with functional classrooms. It is a listed building. The building is centered around a garden used by students as a recreational space. Inside, a main corridor leads to 3 rotundas, one for each class, 12th grade, 11th grade, and 10th grade. Students in that grade wear a Nakara red sash.
This is the Nakara Rotunda. This is where all the 10th grade classrooms are, along with a few others, for special lessons or for us during study periods, for example.
We arrive very early in the morning, around 8 a.m., and leave at 6:30 p.m. for dinner, then come back for one last study hour from 8 to 9 p.m. We spend a lot of time here. It's really our living space. We're with our friends and also our teachers. It honestly feels like home.
What I really like is the amphitheater-style layout of the classrooms. It's great for the teachers, who have a panoramic view of the class, and it naturally creates a sense of cohesion.
The 2 World Wars.
The main inconvenience is the lack of sound insulation. When students are noisy or chatting in the rotunda, you can hear everything, and it quickly disrupts the lessons. Then there's the issue of thermal insulation. These are beautiful buildings with large panoramic windows. Here we have a view of the outside. But the downside of those big windows is that when it's cold, especially in the middle of winter, I've sometimes had to teach in my coat after 6 p.m.
Especially during heavy rain. Staff sometimes have to put out buckets to prevent leaks and puddles forming inside the school building.
Students don't have enough study rooms where they can work alone or work in small groups. Sometimes when you just want to relax in one of the common rooms, you get there and there's nowhere quiet to unwind. So it's true that at our school, it's especially important to have a place where you can rest between lessons, because on top of everything, there's quite a lot of pressure, and the common rooms don't always offer what we need. Throughout the day, the Student Services Office is open to pupils.
We're now in the Student Services area. We call it the Bureau Vie Scolaire, and it's where pretty much all the problems end up, whether they're small issues or big ones, from students and sometimes even teachers. It's really a central hub within the school. The main issue is how cramped it is. It's a small space. This is where students are welcomed. When they arrive, 3 or 4 people can overhear everything they're saying. There's also a lack of privacy. They arrive on Sunday evening and finish at midday on Saturday. Their parents are far away, so it can be hard, especially at 15, to spend the whole week on your own. So they need comfort and reassurance, but there's no warm, welcoming space where we can receive them properly.
The building needs a complete renovation. The main central corridor, the staff room, and all the classrooms.
This building was inaugurated 40 years ago. It was built to standards that date back around 50 years, and of course, expectations back then weren't the same, especially in terms of soundproofing and thermal insulation. In practical terms, our aim is to address both the building's exterior shell and technical systems such as ventilation and humidity, which of course causes discomfort for those using the space, but also leads to the building's faster deterioration over time. There's also another important aspect regarding the building. It's the need to rethink how the spaces are organized, to create areas that can host larger group or smaller group sessions, and places to relax so that those who want to study can do so, and those who want to rest, socialize, or unwind can do that without disturbing others. These Maisons d'éducation were established by Napoleon 200 years ago, and the goal is to provide a true space for study and daily life, where these young women can continue to achieve the level of excellence they are known for today.
To carry out the renovation work on the building's exterior structure, its technical systems, and overall comfort, the Grand Chancellery of the Legion of Honor is reaching out to its patrons for support.